soap.
That's right.
Hello, Davina.
Well, hello, David.
Well, man, I'm so excited.
It's really good. I'm glad to hear it. What are you excited about?
Well, we just did.
We did a lot today.
Well, we've never quite stirred it like we did today.
We stirred some things.
I mean, that extra virgin oil. So fresh. And that coconut oil? Man, oh man. It said organic. Wasn't quite sure. But when I opened the jar, it was evident. This is organic.
It's really good to have organic, clean ingredients when you're creating homemade
Own soap, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, I was babbling over you. Say it again. What were we doing?
Creating our own soap.
That's right.
Originally, it's called the shampoo bar because you can wash all of you from head to toe with one bar.
One bar.
That's it.
Isn't that incredible? And we have to give an applause, a great thank you to the Darling family. They put together a YouTube video that is very clear, and we watched it how many times? Maybe 2? I don't know.
Oh, I think I stopped counting at about 5. But oh well, there was so many people. You remember that book we got about soap making, and oh my goodness,
Yes.
it just totally put me off because it's so dangerous, and you got to have all these safety procedures in
Yes,
place.
the book.
I mean, it sounded like I had to go and hire a OH&S professional to come and do a home assessment because, to monitor the ventilation draft and extractor fan and the PPE and all that stuff. I mean, it was
Health
just...
and safety first.
Oh, goodness
White
me.
lab coat, protective glasses, glassware, eyewear, gloves, masks. I mean, and with that being said, you can still get burned. Skin flies off. I mean, the horror.
3rd-degree burns. I mean, making soap is very serious business.
What did we?
Calm the neighborhood down.
Yeah.
No.
So what did we do after we read that book?
We took it back to the library.
We did this. We closed it.
We closed that chapter and said,
Took it back to the
well,
library.
that's one aspect of the homesteading we would not pursue.
That's right.
Well, I was
Beloved, you said no. You don't. You don't
well,
want
the thing
that.
is, beloved, this is what I was still thinking. It just seemed so impossible, so out of reach. What have we found?
Well, quite the contrary. The total opposite.
Total. Just with a little bit of wisdom.
Now, let me just say, we could be doing this completely wrong. We could be causing ourselves to be in complete danger.
I've never enjoyed wrong so much, my dear.
But so far, we made 12 bars of soap that turned out good, and we've gone through them mostly. And now we're on our second batch. So, and we haven't had any health issues. In fact, beloved, would you please, in your great ability of expressing detail that's exciting, tell the folks, the blessed hearers of this word, what we discovered.
Well, firstly, it seems like Mr. Skin is very, very happy. All of a sudden, it's glowy, it's supple, the pores, I don't know what you call it, but they've actually closed. You know, they've become smaller, and the skin just seems younger.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like, but there's quite a few things about this shampoo bar. And that makes it really unique and exceptional. Firstly, to me, it's what you actually are eliminating.
Yes.
Because they put so much preservatives in everything that you buy from the shop, because they want it to last 1,000,000 years on the shelf.
And we can understand they don't want their products molding on the shelves. So just by, common sense, they add things to make it last longer.
Yes.
Well, goody on them.
Very, very good. And if your hair falls out or thins, there might be another reason. So we've eliminated. We haven't.
How many items in the shower have we eliminated?
We've basically
We're down to.
eliminated.
We're down
everything.
to a bar of
Soap.
Oh
my goodness.
Goodness me.
It's so happy. Happy soap.
A bar of soap.
It's amazing.
And then after we get out, how many products do you use now on your skin after you use soap?
That is the interesting thing, beloved.
What?
I would never have thought it's this simple. I'm using nothing. I occasionally, because this is a tallow soap. It's got tallow in it. It's got olive oil in it. It's got coconut oil in it. And that was and then macadamia oil. You could put that in. We didn't have some this time, so we didn't put some of that in. And what was the other thing? We tried today. We'll let you guys know. We'll let you know how it works, because you might be listening and say, "Hey, I'm interested and I want to make the soap." Or if you don't want to make it, maybe you'd like to get some of it. We're not quite ready to make it available, because we really would like to get our own recipe down pat. Even though we're very happy with it, we really would like to know how can we perfect it and then have a very, very good product that's unique. Although we did give some to family and friends.
That's right. And we've gotten good report. But I wanted to, could we put a little Post-it note right here?
Of course, beloved.
The little Post-it note
Lick
will
it
say,
and stick it.
you don't have to lick Post-it notes anymore.
Oh, sorry, I'm old school. When my mum used to write the letters and then pass them to me and say, I've just got to close them because I've got to lick them and stick them. You remember? Lick them, stick them.
Those were the days. Anyways, so this Post-it note says, I will look up a couple of the videos that we really were inspired by so that people can see, because I think, these folks really did benefit us, and we were able to open the book again instead of close the book and give it back to the library. You know, this is really the exciting thing about our life together is we have the opportunity to do these things that we thought, well, we were told is no good, too harmful, too expensive, whatever the no is. And we're finding that the soap making isn't a no. It's actually beneficial. It reboots. It feels like to me, like the skin gets a reboot, the hair gets a reboot. And now it feels like my body is, my skin is producing the oil that it didn't before. I had dry skin before.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that it could feel as good.
Yeah.
And so simple. Yeah. Because,
That's
the worst thing in the shower is when you start looking for reaching for the shampoo and the conditioner, and then making sure that you've got the shampoo and not the conditioner, and then having that, and it doesn't just, get lost on the floor in the shower. The whole management of it.
And what happens when you accidentally grab the conditioner first before the shampoo and you put it in your hand, and now you feel the guilt, the utter guilt, the trauma to the neck. It's like I'm wasting precious. How much did we spend on this conditioner? What am I going to do with it? Can I scrape it off my hand? I mean, where do I?
Well, what I used to do, if that happens, and I start rubbing it,
please,
and then I'm looking because you're waiting for the foam, the mop effect. You know what I mean? The expander foam. And you're looking because you start rubbing on the outside like you have like some big wig on or something.
Oh God!
But what I used to do is, when it happens, then you start adding shampoo because then because you can buy a 2-in-1. So I just mix my 2-in-1.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
But at that point, then you're not satisfied because then it doesn't actually foam up as much as you expected it to foam up, and so you end up correcting your mistake.
But you really
in private because you don't want anybody else to know that you've just used 3 times the amount that you really wanted to use.
Yeah, but and the bottles, going through the bottles, that's a really good point. The clutter.
Yeah, I mean it's just. The amount of plastic, that you are using. I mean, it's very hard to get away from plastic. But the soap making is actually quite simple. And we have found a few tips and tricks that's making it very, very easy to do. And maybe if people want to know the process, they can let us know in the comments. And then we can do a dedicated episode describing the process as we do it, right or wrong. And then, everybody can weigh in. And we can actually we might even put a video up on YouTube and link it, and then they can go and even watch it if that is something that they would want.
I think that's a really kind thing to do, because one of the other amazing things about you is you honestly do a lot of research in regards to the gadgets that you bring into the home. And some of these things have been really, really important, like the scale that you chose to buy.
Yeah.
The heating elements we have, the hand blenders and all these things. those are the details of the way we're doing things. It might be different than the way others are doing it, but I've found
Exactly.
that these have been absolutely perfect. So, yeah, let's if they want, we could do something like that. Thank you,
That'll
beloved.
be fantastic.
That's very kind.
Yeah. But you know what this soap does in closing? It makes me look forward to the next shower.
Seriously, how many showers did we take the first time we were able to use the soap?
Don't tell anyone. It was about 3 showers.
It literally was.
And every shower was about 5 rinses. 4 washes and 5 rinses.
That's right.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But
Simple
tell us,
joys.
how's your hair since you've been using the shampoo bar?
No, I'm really going to start crying. I cannot tell you how wonderful it feels to have the hair that I always knew that I had, but couldn't get. And I really was conscious about taking care of my hair. I really wanted it to be, not looking like a dried broom, or a couple strands. So finding out that even in my best attempt to buy products that I thought were actually weren't helping. And this is a simple, natural way to beautify your hair. And
If you were to describe your hair, the before and after, what would you say?
the before would be dry, thin, and easily it breaks easily. The breakage on the bottom is, I couldn't really grow my hair past my shoulders.
And then, we've been buying salon shampoo that was like $40 a bottle.
You were
it's
so
not
kind.
like
Yeah, that was really
to try
a
and
splurge.
and mitigate and do the best for your hair that we could. And so it's not that we were reaching for the $5 bottle of shampoo and now we don't have results. So that's very interesting. And then
The after.
how does that look?
My hair is thicker. It seems to be growing. It manages better. I don't put any products on it after. I don't put conditioner on it. I'll put a little bit of the oil that we have, whether it's the coconut oil or our homemade face cream that we're doing, which is the tallow base.
Tallow base.
Which is another thing we can talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I use that just on the tips of my hair. And I just put it up in a scarf, twist it up, and when it dries, I drop my hair, and it's beautiful. It's down past my shoulders now, which is, I love it. I love having my hair blowing in my face when I'm out gardening. I love being a girl, and I think part of being a girl for me is having hair that just is able to get caught in the wind.
Well, from an objective standpoint, as an observer, your hair looks thicker. It looks more vibrant. It looks healthier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have that, like, bottle shine on it. It just looks healthy. And so thick, I'd say, your hair looks 20 years younger. That's how I would describe it.
And isn't that a beautiful thing to be able to say about your wife's hair? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, and we want more people to share in our discovery.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I found this in closing.
This is the second closing.
Oh, this is the second closing.
We have a lot of doors to close before we shut
Well,
this down.
this is how it goes around
This is
here.
supposed to be a 5 minute.
I actually think we should have microphones in every room and just a button and then just this big light that says on air. But now I've taken so many turns I can't remember the route home.
You were talking about your hair, the hair.
Well, it was falling out. Mm-hmm. My hair was literally starting to fall out, and it was thinning. Now, my hair is not thinning, and it's actually those places where it was thinning, and there was almost like, what do you call it when you have that a spot you could there was an actual area that was
in America it's called a bald spot. I don't know what they call it in your nation, but yes.
Please don't tell anyone else. Can we just keep it among ourselves? But now the hair is growing in those areas, and so we found it very, very good. And so there's different things that you can add for that. You can add rosemary oil, and there's different things that you can add to make it very, very good and tailor it. This is in closing, third closing, and final closing. Mm-hmm. You can tailor this to fit your specific needs. But there is a very, very good base to start from. So that's it for David and Davina today.
Wonderful. That's great.
Thank you, Davina.
Thank you, David.
Bless you. And we will be on air soon. Ciao for now.
Bye.